welcome back to our channel. I'm Callie.
And I'm Bean.
And welcome to the new year. So we're excited for our first video of the new year, and it's what books we got.
It's a haul video!
Yay!
Who's surprised? No.
So this is going to be a mix of books that we purchased ourselves during the month of December and books that we got as gifts during the month of December. Mm-hmm. So we'll start with the books that we got ourselves and go into the gift ones.
I'm actually going to start with ARCs that I received from publishers because I'm like that, and I got 4 books from 4 lovely publishers this past December, and I'm just going to go through them really quick. I'm not going to talk about them too in depth. I'll explain them later on when I actually read them. Alright, first book I got sent to me was Belle Revolute by Lindsay Miller. This is her new book that will be coming out in February 2020. Alright, next book I got was The God Game by Danny Tobey. This one comes out January, so this month. Following that, I got Saint X by Alexis Shaitkin. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Sorry if I'm not. This one we will probably have a full video for later because I got a full kit with this one, which is very exciting. So we will be making food.
And
I'm
drinks.
Very excited. Yes, food and drinks, and I'm very excited about it. And the last book I got sent is a nonfiction, and that is The Splendid and the Vile by Erik Larson. You might recognize him. He wrote The Devil in the White City, and so this is his newest one about World War II, comes out the end of February.
So the only book that I actually paid full price for in the month of December was Girls of Storm and Shadow by Natasha Ngan. This is the second book in the Girls of Paper and Fire trilogy. We read the first book for our November book of the month. I'll link that discussion down below. So we were already at Barnes & Noble, and it kept looking at me. Just read me. Read me. So I got it. So moving into our book outlet orders, we both participated in their Black Friday sale, which was phenomenal. I believe everything was an extra 30 or 40% off.
Which is saying something since their stuff is already super
just
discounted.
Dirt cheap.
So books were like $1 for a hardback.
Yeah. So the first thing that I got, this is the only one, I guess, completed series I got in this order, and that is Whichwood and Furthermore by Tahereh Mafi. I've read Tahereh Mafi's other young adult series, Shatter Me. This one's actually a middle grade duology. I really like Tahereh Mafi's writing style, so I wanted to pick these up, and they were both on there, so I was happy.
The first set of books that I got were the Mortal Coil series. I got this Mortal Coil and this Cruel Design by Emily Subata. I have been eyeing these up, and I've just honestly been waiting for them to appear on Book Outlet, and with the third one coming out this month, I figured I should give them a shot, see what happens. And then the other set that I got were 3 books in a continuation of a series that I already have started collecting. I now have books 1 through 6, is books 3 through 5 of the Chronicles of the Imaginarium Geographica. That includes The Indigo King, The Shadow Dragons, and The Dragon's Apprentice. Now, these are a series that's actually 7 books long, but since the 7th one has literally just come out last fall, I want to say, it's not yet on Book Outlet, so I have yet to buy it.
So that was the only series I actually got that was together. I did get a couple of books that are a part of series, and that what I think is a part of series. So first one of that is Mirage by Somaiya Daud. I know this was an Owl Crate book last year, and I really like the cover. It's pretty.
First book I'm going to talk about is one that kind of irritated me when I got it. If you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen this already. But I got The Girl King by Mimi Yu. It did not come with a dust jacket, so I'm a little irritated. But yeah, so it's The Girl King. I promise this is what it actually is. See?
The next one that I got is book 2 of the Sea of Ink and Gold trilogy, which is The Speaker by Traci Chee. I've heard really good things about this series, and I know Sara and I have been talking about buddy reading this series this year. They only had book 2. I really like these covers. I've been kind of eyeing this series for a while, and when I saw that it was on sale for, I think this one was $2, I put it in my cart.
The next book I got was A Curse of Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmer. I have heard very good things about this from this lovely lady here, and so since it was on Book Outlet and it was super cheap, I decided to pick it up.
Okay, one was like $3.
Yep.
It was great.
It really was.
The next book in a series that I got is The Darkest Star by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I have been looking to get into Jennifer L. Armentrout's series, And I saw that the first book in this series was out on Book Outlet, so I snatched it up because it just sounds really interesting, and there's gargoyles and forbidden love, and it's just great.
Alright, the next book in a series I got was Bright We Burn by Kirsten White. I now have the full trilogy here. This is a Vlad the Impaler retelling, which I did know that, but I don't remember what the series is called, but now I have all 3 books, so I can read them all. Maybe we'll do this one too. Because I think we both have the full series now, so maybe we'll read it.
And the next book that I got Forest of a Thousand Lanterns by Julie C. Dow. This one caught my interest because one of my book of the months was her newest release, Song of the Crimson Flower, which is a spin-off of this duology. So I wanted to get this duology first before I jumped into that book.
The next series, apparently I have decided to start, is Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. I love both of these authors, so I believe this is a middle grade book, actually.
Yes, it is.
And I love middle grade as well. I really enjoy the imagination that is required to read a middle grade book, so I'm excited.
The next book that I got is The Cold is in Her Bones by Peternelle van Arsdale. This is a Medusa retelling, so I am very interested to see it, and it's really short, so I'm interested to see where this goes.
Alright, the next book that's part of a series I got is Blood Witch by Susan Dennard. I have the first one that I also got off of Book Outlet. Now I have the third one, so I just need to find the rest.
I have the second one.
Oh, there we go.
And the novella.
Oh, there we go. Then we're good. Now between the two of us, we have the full series.
Yeah.
So, yay!
The next book that I got is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I got this book to fulfill one of my goals for this year, and that is to read more classic novels. And Pride and Prejudice has always been one of those ones. I've seen the movie, I've seen the BBC miniseries. I know the story, but I really want to read the book.
The last book that's part of a series that I bought myself is Timekeeper by Tahereh Sim. This is the first book in a duology about people controlling time and time being money, and I'm excited. It's an older series, but I am very excited to read it.
The next book is actually the one that I did not expect at all to be on Book Outlet this soon after publication, and that is The Kingdom by Jess Rothberg. This is like a Disney World gone bad kind of story, where this princess android gets feelings for a guy and then is framed for his murder, and it just sounds interesting.
I also got a collection of anthologies called Fresh Ink, and this is all about tattoos and their meanings for different authors, and so I'm intrigued. It's really short, but there's 12 stories in here, so we'll see. I like having these so I can read them right before bed, then I feel accomplished.
The next book I got is, I threw a contemporary in there, and that is Happily and Madly by Alexis Bass. This caught my interest a couple months ago. The main character knows 2 things. She will fall happily and madly in love, but she will also die by her 18th birthday.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
So, interesting concept. I'm interested to see where it goes.
The next book that I got is also a contemporary, and I picked up The Female of the Species by Mindy McGinnis. I have another one of Mindy McGinnis's books, but I have yet to read it, so we're gonna give it a shot. And I've heard so many good things about this one. Also, we might be meeting her, so it's good to have more of her books so I can read them before the author talk, because that would be a first. I don't think I've ever actually done that.
So the next book that I decided to pick up was Dry by Neal Shusterman and Jarrod Shusterman. We were supposed to meet Neal Shusterman in potentially December, but then his event got canceled, and I had already got this book. I am still interested in reading it. Mm-hmm. It's about a land that, like, water is the currency, basically, and water's going away. It's bad, so...
It's called a drought.
That's the word, thank you. There's a drought. Very bad drought. So I'm still interested to read it. I know there's going to be a sequel to this book. Plus, this is Neal Shusterman and his son, so... it's interesting.
Alright, and then the last book that I got from my Book Outlet order is Summer Hours at the Robbers Library by Sue Halpern. I just really liked the cover as well as the title, so that's really the only reason I got it.
So the last book that I got in my Book Outlet order is Once and Future by Amy Rose Capetta and Corey McCarthy. This is a gender-bent, futuristic King Arthur retelling, and I'm interested.
And then what we're going to move on to next are the Christmas gifts that we got from family this year, because our families know us well enough to know that we want books and nothing else. My parents actually got me a t-shirt from one of the local bookstores, so you'll eventually probably see me wear that, but I am not wearing it right now.
So if you didn't see, I had a surprise video at the end of the year. My dad made a box for me. So
it was adorable. If you
great.
haven't watched it, go watch it because it is the cutest thing in the world.
I'll link it down below. The first book that he got me is The Bourne Ultimatum by Robert Ludlum, and this is a signed edition. So that which is
awesome.
Very cool. And then the illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, which I'm pretty sure my parents have gotten me every book in the illustrated edition or for the past couple of years, kind of by accident.
Yeah. All right, and then my folks got me Bibliostyle, How We Live at Home with Books, by Nina Freudenberger. This is like a coffee table book, but it's all about how people live with like books in their house and what it looks like and such. And basically, it just makes me happy to look at because this is what I would love to have my house actually look like.
Goals.
We're gonna ignore
this book is goals.
It is, quite literally. We'll ignore the fact that my boyfriend doesn't read, but
unimportant.
Not important things, but this, if you're looking for a gift for a bibliophile, this is a great one to get just because it's beautiful and it speaks to the bibliophile soul.
So I also got 2 books from my soon-to-be mother-in-law. She got me Coral by Sarah Ella, which is a mermaid story, so my mother-in-law knows me well. And she also got me The Beautiful by Renee Ahdieh. I've had my eye on this book. I've been very skeptical, but I've heard nothing but good things, so Brittany and I are probably going to end up buddy reading this book because she also got a copy of this for Christmas from me.
And then if you saw one of our last videos of 2019 was a book gift exchange that we did with each other. You can see the video. We'll probably link it down below or up above if we remember. So these books you have seen already if you have seen the video. If you haven't, we were being complete and utter dorks at Barnes & Noble buying each other books.
And it was busy that day.
It was busy.
It was weird.
It was. We were kind of weirded out because there were people like staring at us as we're filming this and like, this is awkward.
Yep. The books Brittany got us, she gave me Soul of Stars by Ashley Poston, which is the sequel to Heart of Iron, which I have recently read.
And she got me The Beast Player by Nahoko Uyashi, which basically I walked into Barnes & Noble, saw it, and was like, ooh, I like it! I like the cover! And then I read the description and it reminded me of Studio Ghibli, so I was like, yes, have to.
And then Sara got me Gravemaidens by Callie Coon. We've both been kind of eyeing this. It has a gorgeous cover and it just has an overall very interesting premise about Gravemaidens because that was a real thing.
It was.
So I'm very interested and excited to read this one.
And then Callie got me Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, because we've been talking about this one for forever, and I've been eyeing up the special editions, but since I don't know which special edition to get, we just got the regular one.
Yes. Woohoo! So those are all the books that we have acquired in the month of December.
Just a couple.
Just a few.
Just a small number.
Very small.
Very small.
So that's going to be it for this video. Feel free to subscribe to our channel. We are back to posting every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday.
And if you want to be reminded whenever we post those videos, feel free to hit the little bell icon down below. We do check the comments quite regularly, so all of our handles are down below, all of the Instagram and our Goodreads, which we have now set our goals for this year, which is very exciting and very nerve-wracking.
Just a little. All right, and we will see you guys in our next video. Bye!